Well, the Fellowship of Christian Farmers International is a nonprofit organization. We're a organization of farmers, and we come to farm shows like this to talk about their operation. If they're going through a low time, we need to cultivate friends. In everything we do, we try to cultivate more friends so there's less isolation in agriculture. And then here recently, we're very involved in disaster relief, particularly in North Carolina following Hurricane Florence. And then in Florida, Hurricane Michael went through the Panhandle and tore up some beautiful dairy country there. Peanuts and cotton are grown in the Panhandle, and we've set up facilities there so farmers can come and help their neighbors rebuild this winter.
And what kind of feedback have you gotten from some of the farmers that you've already helped?
Well, it's amazing because it's harvest time, and there's no such thing as a well-timed disaster.
Sure.
They always come at an inopportune time, and despite that, farmers are leaving their homes to go to Florida for a short time with the plans that we'll be back and we'll bring more people with us. So we anticipate after the first year there'll be many crews wanting to go to Florida.
And for folks that want to get involved, that want to help, what advice, what's the best plan of attack for them to get involved?
Well, if they would go to our website, all of our contact information is there, and they can let us know when they would like to go on a disaster trip, and we would love to have them come.
And how about just for farmers that are going through some tough times? Like you mentioned, it hasn't been the best of times. Maybe a lot of them are down. What advice or what kind of plan do you have for them?
Well, in 1985, it turned out the best counselors was one farmer talking to another, and that's what we do now too. Is we try to have farmers interact with farmers that are going through a difficult time. Farmers understand what agriculture is, the stress of financing. And it's wonderful when you get friendship cultivated that winds up being, they held each other up going through a difficult time.
And I imagine this is something you're probably looking for a lot of young folks to try and get involved with as well.
Well, disaster relief, and particularly when you do fencing, the older farmers will tell me, Dennis, fencing is for young men to do. So we need lots of young farmers if they'd make their way to North Carolina and Florida this winter to help people rebuild.
And again, what is the advice you have for farmers that are having a rough year?
Well, they got to see the long haul of things. Do not isolate yourself, and lean on the community that you have, whether it's your family, farm organizations. You got to be able to air out your situation. Don't isolate yourself. That's a terrible route to go, and there's people out there that want to help you, encourage you.
Well, thanks for being a part of our Spotlight video.
Thank you.